Hi there and welcome back. So let's continue with this tutorial. So basically this from now on, this will be my default view. I will start always from this. So just to show you, let me close here. Remember that you can save your state. So load state, you load this one and we'll go to our default state. And if you want to save any state, just click there and basically everything that you have, you can save it. You can also save a trace using Python. That later I will talk about that. But okay, let's work here. Important to say something. I mentioned that sometimes these columns that you see in the name, so probably for the training eye, you will realize that this is a simulation coming from an open fund now. But for instance, you don't want to load this set, just apply it there, you don't load, and then from now on you don't have it. There is another option also, you load everything, okay, and here when you pass all arrays, you can select what do you want to pass, so you can select that and so on, okay. But this case doesn't give problem, but sometimes when you have strange names and stuff like that can give you a problem reading in paraview. Okay, so let's get working. So see that here also I extracted the symmetry plane, okay? So extract blocks. So you see that one is very powerful, this extract block, and then you can group you can group. So let's say that let me group to group you select this and this with control, and then you can group it. Okay, in this case I'm not going to do it, and what I want to show you now is to create, so we have seen the planes and some, but let me show you that sometimes people wants to visualize Isolines. Okay, we have seen Isosurfaces, we haven't seen Isolines. So Isolines is the same option here. Look at, you have it in the name, Isolines and Isosurfaces. You go there, select the field. So I think we're looking at Mach number. So it can be cell center or no center. So let me choose that one. And you can add their Isolines there. So let's add multiple, like for the plane. So here you have the values for 10. So you have different scales there and so on. And generate, apply, and there you go. You have your Isolines, but they are colored by Mach number. Let me put it here, solid color. And if I bring this one back, there you go. You can change now here in contour also, you can change the color, the line width there. And for instance, you want to see in black, put black there, and there you go. So for all the planes and so on, you can apply that. So many people know this wants to use there. So there you go, you have the trick how to put it. Something that as well I want to show you as well, that you can add transparency in these cut planes, or in this case, no, this is not a slice, it's just the symmetry plane. But let me go to the aircraft. I already have it here now in the domain, have this slice. And let me show you something that is very nice for visualization. Let me go. By the way, also to mention, I updated my version of paraview. It wasn't the latest one. Now in the latest one, recall that previously I talked about that sometimes here you have the problem that you see the camera coming back. So now the problem has been solved. So get the latest one. Let me hide here. Let me hide this one and this one. So if I click here, you get here the color matte editor. So you can see here that you can add some transparency. So for instance, you will have the option, and that is for enable opacity mapping. So basically you can control that and see that you are adding opacity. Here you have histogram, so you can look at the histogram of that. Oh, there you go. Oops. So let me move here and delete that point. No, okay, and select my color. So my histogram, I don't see it. Okay, so you have it here. Okay, so most of the colors are there, but let me change this and let me test this one. Let me use this number, display histogram, and there you go. So see that here in histogram you have different. You can see that most of the colors are here, so you can have a reference just to show you. But what is interesting here, let me go, we have any Mac number, let me move this line, okay? And if I go here, apply enable opacity. So look at that, what happened if I move here, you're adding that opacity. So click here, add a point, move the bar, let me add here another point, and there you go. But I should do it in the opposite way. Here, 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 and here. Move it here, and there you go. So this is another very nice way to visualize. So let me go here, enable camera projection, okay. And let me put it here. And there you go. So this is according to Mac number. So let me put here, better here with pressure. Okay, so let me go back, Mac number and disable. I don't want to have it there. I want to go back to pressure, histogram. There you have your histogram. Okay, so you know here that the most of the color are here. So probably this is what you want to hide, and I want to maximize this. And actually, I will leave it there. Let me put 20 bars, and there you go. So I will do like this at a point here, move here, enable, and there you go. So super cool way now to control. Now you still are in the size, but now you want to see only those colors, and that precisely corresponds on where you have that vortex. So let me show you now. Let me hide it here and slice. I want to add multiple slices, erase there, and 10, and I want to go from -10 to 10. I know that that is the dimension of the domain, and let me put 12. And there you go. Okay, so you have all these cut planes, and then let me plot by pressure, and it's still I have the opacity filter there. So as you can see now, I have a different scale here, and let me enable there. Let me move a little bit more there to see more. And there you go. So we can track, no, probably too much. Put here, the position where you have that vortex. Okay, so super cool option. Many times, and probably you can see in books and papers, people plot like this. So probably need to add more planes. Okay, so let me go here and close. And again, when you start to add this transparency, be careful, because you need good video cards. Now my video card, the fan is just going on. And then, well, here symmetry, you have your contours. I see that you can mix many. Okay, there is a problem with visualization there. Okay, when I enable this, it's strange. Okay, now this latest version now give me that problem. The other no, but okay. So let me do like this. And let me hide the aircraft surface, and probably would be better cell center value. Okay, works better with cell center, but you still have that issue there. So another technique, okay, and then here, if you want as well, you can go and apply your Isolines. So there, that was pressure. So pressure, erase this one, and yes, generate, and the color, put it there, and there you go. So you have your Isolines in the whole cut plane. So if you want to see only the Isolines there, you will need to apply, you know, the same transparency filter in this one. So you go here and the contour. Okay, let me hide this one, this slice. Okay, so yeah, here when you select, you need to select the right ranges, not all the ranges to have. But okay, there you go. Put it there. So now we have combined Isolines with Kotlin, and also we play around with transparency control that you have it here. Should be here. So remember that here you have many controls, so feel free to play with those options. Okay, and here also you can change this. So probably this was the issue. Sometimes that palette can give you a here. So how do you change RGB? Okay, so yeah, well, definitely it was the, okay, you have this tab there. It can give you some issues. Okay, in my case, I need to try because the previous version didn't have that problem. But in any case, at this point, if you are happy with what you have done, you can remember that you can always save your state. And this, on top of this, let me add, so you have seen, and I show you, contour, hide that one, and I want symmetry here. Okay, this, let's use now Isolines, but in the volume. So recall that we have the video, we work on that. You select a fill. In this case, I know I have Q criterion, so you can go in the point or in the self-center, so the point is smoother. And you use the Q criterion to capture the vortices. So usually the Q criterion, you can use any quantity. Pressure probably will be the best one, but it tends to be tricky to control. Usually Q criterion is a positive value. You go there, apply, but you never know the range, and there you go. So these are the Q values the same, and then you can color it by Mach number or whatever quantity, or you can put it here, solid value, and let's say that in my mind air is kind of blue, so let me put it there. And to that you can add transparency. Okay, so again, this stuff, when you start to add transparency, your GPU starts to work. So now the fan I can hear there. So probably let me increase the value a little bit to see less features. Okay, so the smaller, the more features you see, the larger, the less features you see, but you capture what precisely you want. So this is nice. So see here you have your vortex separated, and then I can put this one there, and let me add the transparency. Okay, okay, enable, and there you go. Let me put a little bit more right there, and let me use the HSB. And this is it. So see that the couplings, and then you can see where the vortex is precisely passing through, and there you go. Super cool visualization. So as you see, very friendly, very easy to use, play with the options, and we're going to keep adding no more levels of difficulty and new filters. So far we study this option. Okay, you have this option contours here, you have threshold that is pretty much similar as a coupling, and also the clip, no, very similar. So yeah, I will show you later those, but this is it. So see you in the next video. Bye.